Hello, Ashtabula and Lake County. I'm here today at Rock Creek Library. So this is actually, they're my first library that I'm doing these series with. We wanted to, especially before summer, do some series with some different libraries in the county and talk about their programming, especially children's programming, adult programming that are going on this summer. So I'm here today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Kim Blevins, and I am the director here at Rock Creek Public Library.
Wonderful. And yeah.
I'm Ashley Deach. I am the adult programmer and social media manager for Rock Creek Library.
Wonderful. See, so we have two different people who can give us a lot of information, especially about the Rock Creek Library, which is so adorable and cute. And we have such a good background here, as you can see, in comfy chairs. So something great to start out with. But so Kim is newer to Rock Creek Library, and in her position, would you like to give a little information, even if it's a little bit about your background before you came to Rock Creek, and then how, you've been here now for a little bit. So how does it feel to be here?
Sure. I've been here for about 12 weeks,
Yeah.
and I chose Rock Creek Public Library because the community is so welcoming. And from day one, when I came in for my interview, I could tell that the staff was outstanding. They are very welcoming, they are very energetic, and they are committed to giving great services here. Also, the library board is committed to growth. We have purchased a new annex, and we are using that for programming when we have large groups. So I could tell that they're moving in a positive direction, and this community really loves their library and is very supportive.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Did you have I know you're not newer, are you? Or you've been here for a little while?
I just hit my 1 year mark.
Oh wow!
Here,
So still
yeah.
though, a year's a year. It takes a lot. A lot happens in a year. In positions. So can you give a little information about your background and kind of what you do here?
So I come from a couple different libraries. This is actually my third library I've been at,
That's
but
awesome.
honestly,
Yeah.
my favorite.
Yeah, right off the record. No joking. We always say when you say certain things, but hey, that's you find your place. Yeah, that's on the record. See, sorry, we're on the record. But that's the thing when you find your place. Like you said, the community, the fit, and it's nothing. That's just the fit. Like when I've taught before, you said you have an education degree. It's the fit in places. So that's wonderful to hear.
Yeah.
And you do the adult programming here?
Yes, I do. Yeah. So the programming that I design and schedule is catered towards our adult community members. And that's not just like, the older community members. I do try to make it available for anyone who's in the adult range, 21 and up.
Yeah.
Even our young adults, even though that's not my specialty, we do have a teen and young adult programmer specifically. But just programs that are going to be interesting to adults.
Yeah, and then having that collaboration, like you said, because some teens are a little higher up, so they might be interested in some of what adults are reading, or more into that range. So,
and I actually do have a lot of kids that do come to the adult programs with their parents, or just because they're interested in it, regardless.
Yeah, with the art programming you have and different things like that. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. So with the initiatives you mentioned, what initiatives are in place to engage maybe those different age groups? So is there specific summer things you have up, like the children's programming? Do they have summer stuff? Adult, do you have specific ones really gauged towards summer?
So we do have a summer reading club theme, which Ashley and I are
wonderful. I love it.
Supporting here today, Color Our World. And so we do have a lot of things with color in them and art-centric activities. We have a lot of prizes that deal with color and art-centric activities. We have more than 30 programs a month during the regular calendar year. So we are upping that in the summer, doing more family programming. So I suppose our initiative is Color Your World, but we have a lot of things going on.
Yeah, and like you said, that's a lot, because if you're doing artistic, creative, so many things you can do with that, and so many things that different families like to come and just do together, in a group. And you guys have these nice little tables here too, so you can have this nice, comfy space as well. Can you share some examples? So with partnerships, so you are a smaller library, so someone might be like, oh, so you must be doing partnerships in the community too, working together, trying to find those things to work together. Do you have partnerships that you have from the community that you work with currently, or ones you plan on working with?
Yeah, so actually we do work with a lot of organizations. So for our summer reading specifically, Country Neighbor pairs with us for our summer lunch program.
Oh, wonderful.
They provide free lunches every day.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, and that's ages 0 to 18 for 2 whole months.
Yep. So all school age children. Yep.
Right.
Fantastic.
And then we also do a little bit of a program after lunch
Mhm.
every day just to tie in with
Huh.
the kids are already coming.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Yeah. And then Bissell Nature Center is working with us for our summer reading
Oh,
finale.
wonderful. I just was
Yeah.
out there a couple weeks ago and I did a story about one of their programming and
yes.
stuff too.
Nice.
So, oh wow, what are they doing? So, what is that like?
We're doing tentless camping, and I
Mhm.
think they're bringing pelts
Oh wow.
or something that has to do with camping.
Wow,
And,
that's really
yeah.
cool.
So whatever they want to do, because they're all amazing.
Yes, that's
And they have
fantastic.
so many special.
And people like forget it's there. That was my
Mhm.
first time actually going. I knew about it like from like last year. I was like, we need to get there, we need to get there. And then finally I was like, I'm doing a story there. So then, but I've heard in the community a lot of people are like, oh, I forget that's there. Or I've not heard of that inland, like, because I live in Asheville, like kind of inland, and I asked some friends this weekend at a birthday party I was at, and they're like, oh, I don't even know where that is. I haven't been out there. And I'm like,
yes.
I'm gonna have my kid's birthday party out there this summer. So that's
yeah.
something.
It's a little gem of this community.
Yes,
It is.
exactly.
county.
So that's fantastic.
Mhm.
Anything else you would like to mention?
I've got
I know
a
you have a
whole
whole list,
list.
I'm sure. So which ones would you like to mention?
Let's see. We do have a large amount of specifically like Rock Creek
Yeah.
for community programs
Yep.
that happen. We not like jump on board, but we're included in them with like the conservation club.
They're doing a fishing derby soon.
Yeah,
in
I've heard
June.
of that.
So, yeah, so we're
Wow.
gonna be a face there.
Yeah, the VFW frequently.
They're always doing a lot of things.
The fire department here, Rock Creek Fire Department, Rock Creek Village. We work directly with them.
The village, wonderful.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I know they're trying to do some festival thing, right? Back to school. That's not my area anymore, but I know the reporter there who he wrote something recently about that.
So then we
That's
may
wonderful.
do a craft there, or we do
Wow.
face painting or something, but
Yeah.
we are definitely involved in everything in the village.
Yeah. Like you said,
Yeah.
getting your face there, that's what it is, about, especially because with libraries, they're community hubs. So, always being there with that information too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's more.
Yeah. Keep sharing. Yeah.
A future partnership that Kim actually established for us is working with AARP. We're going to get them in for tax prep next year.
That's great.
We're very excited to get them in.
Yep.
Let's see. Also, the Ashtabula County Department of Developmental Disabilities,
Yep, they do a lot,
out of the Ashtabula County Health Department.
Mhm.
They actually come
Yeah.
monthly.
Wow.
Every third Friday, they're at our library for an hour and a half. They have a library series where they go to the county libraries, and we're part of that as well,
Wow.
which is very exciting,
Yeah.
making resources and information available to the community.
Yeah, I just did a video with somebody from there. Yeah, so that's
Nice.
awesome.
Yeah, and then we also are paired with the Rock Creek Elementary School. We manage their media center.
Wow.
Two of our staff members go out twice a week for the different grades. They're broken up into 2 different days for them to go, and that is an all school year thing that we do.
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Right. They used to come here for library services, but then they decided that they wanted to have that in house, so we provide that. We have a card catalog set up over there, and because we're part of CleveNet, then they get issued an extra CleveNet library card for what they do over there at the library.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And that's happening more. Like my kids go to St. John and they do the bookmobile, so they get that. So it's that different because when I grew up, we went over there, so there's a part of that you love, but I know for teachers and it can be harder to make that always happen as well too. So that's wonderful. You
and
can
it
have
fits
that
in their school day better
Yes.
if the services are provided there, and they have a nice
Exactly.
media center.
But it lets them know about you, then they can come here, with their parents and have that, connection, which is great.
And then our last big partnership, which they work with us the most consistently, is the Friends of the Rock Creek Public Library.
Yes.
They're very significant in our library life.
Yes.
Right. There's people in our community who are helping with programming, and then they raise funds to supplement our budget.
Yep, and that's what you need, right? We need that so libraries can continue to do their mission, move that forward.
Their big program that's coming up, well, July coming up, but the e-bike raffle and family ride event is happening in July, and they're actively selling raffle tickets right now
currently
for that.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for those. So can you share some, I already went over that question. I know that tends to happen. How does the library balance kind of those traditional services? So you kind of mentioned some of that already, but those traditional services with kind of innovative offering, integrating maybe some technology and things, or having that balance, because I think, that's good to have that balance for students and kids and families. So how do you kind of find that balance?
So traditionally, libraries have provided books and information.
Yep.
And we still provide books and information, But libraries are so much more now. We provide those books and information for you at home.
Yep.
So many more people work outside of their home and they can't get to the library during regular business hours. But your library card opens up a whole world of that same books and information from home. You can actually check out library books using the Libby app from anywhere in the world as long as you have internet access. We also are providing very diverse um, technological services that would never have, Andrew Carnegie and
Yep.
Julie and
That
would
they wouldn't
never have.
even know. It would blow their
No, it
minds.
would blow their minds.
Absolutely.
We check out hotspots
Mhm.
so people can have technology available at home, and we provide fax services. If you are not that tech savvy, we have staff here who will help you find the things that you need online and print, scan,
Yep.
fax.
Yep, it's an everything hub,
It is an
Yeah.
everything hub, and we are here to support the community. Um, Other than that, what else can you think about?
What did I add? Honestly, I noted that the cool thing is that we can teach you how to print from your phone as
Mhm.
long as you have an Android.
Yeah, so if you I know how it is because it's funny when I worked in my first library, I said forgetting the skills of learning how to fax, how to do those things.
Mhm.
I then was in a class with someone and they told me they did not know how to fax, and I was like, well, I learned that by working in a library. How to do
Right.
like all those like just little like
Yeah.
things though
Mhm.
that nowadays it's like these things actually matter a lot. Like when you're working on the job and you can show people
Yeah,
those resources and skills.
Actually, something else that we do within my adult programming
Mhm.
is offering programs on how to learn to use
Yeah.
more modern things
Oh,
like
that's great.
online
Canva.
resources,
Canva,
Canva,
yep.
Some artificial intelligence.
yeah,
We have some
the
AI.
online
Yes,
library
yep.
services that you
Mhm.
can access. We
Yeah.
hold programs specifically for community members
Yeah,
to
that's
learn how to
wonderful.
access all that.
And
Yeah, because that's very
we also
important
have
to educate them.
databases online where you used to have to come in to use the World Book
Mhm.
Encyclopedia.
Yep.
On our webpage, you can find other resources.
Yep.
We have the World Book, we have an ancestry database, we have the Chilton Auto Repair. It used to be our old reference section. It's now all digital. It takes
Wow.
up less space, and you can access it 24/7 from home.
Yeah, that's wonderful. See, so many
Yeah.
great resources for sure. So what measures have you taken to ensure kind of that library stays inclusive to everyone? So accessibility, so all members kind of feel like there's something for them here. What have you guys kind of put
So
in
we
place?
ensure our staff have training to make sure that they're staying current and how best to service a diverse community.
Yep.
And one of our great partners, which we've already talked about,
Yep.
is the Ashtabula County Developmental
Mhm.
Disabilities. They had a grant which provided us with various. We have
There are fidget toys.
Oh,
We
that's
have
nice.
child-specific headphones that like are noise
Yeah, the
canceling.
noise canceling.
We have special stools for people with
Mhm,
attention problems,
Mhm.
or
mhm.
not problems, but to sit on.
Mhm.
And then they also are coming here to partner with us
Mhm.
to do a movie night.
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
okay. Yeah, and
Mhm.
I've heard of those too. I don't know if
right,
it was your guys' library or some other one where they do those types of things, which is
right. So we
fantastic. Yeah.
definitely want to ensure that we're ready to welcome all the people in our community, and we
Yeah.
do our best to keep each other informed.
Yeah.
And when there's a need, we definitely seek out more training.
Great. Is there anything else you would like to share? I mean, you shared so much. I learn something every time I do these videos with people. Even
Mhm,
though I have some library experience, I still like every day, it blows my mind. All the changes and things evolving with libraries
mhm.
and stuff. Anything else you can think of?
Well, if you haven't been into libraries for a long
Yeah.
time, you definitely should be. Come to the Rock Creek Public Library and let us show you everything that libraries are doing now that is different. And one of the
Mhm,
major ways that we're staying connected with our community is through social media. So now we have a
mhm.
social media expert, which we never would have,
Yep.
wouldn't even have dreamed of 10 years ago. Somebody who is trying to make sure that our face is available to the
Yep.
community, and
Mhm.
so we can stay relevant and in touch with people who aren't actually walking through the doors.
Yes, exactly. And would
Yeah.
you like to share about the website, like where they could go and what socials you're active on, so they can check those out?
Yeah. So primarily we do have our website, rockcreekpl.org or rockcreek.lib.oh.us. Basically, if you look up Rock Creek Library,
You're
you
gonna
will
find
find us.
it.
We have our calendar on there, all the resources that we mentioned, as well as we are active on our Facebook page. You can find all our calendars for every month, as well as advertising for our upcoming programs. You can even see post-program updates. You can see how much fun we have at our programs. Also, follow us on our Instagram.
Yay, wonderful. I really appreciate you both just sitting here with me and having this discussion. Like I said, it's really great and important information to get out. But Asheville and Lake County, yes, get to your local. If you're from Rock Creek, you definitely should be coming here. They have comfy chairs, but that's not the only thing. They have a lot of great things going on, as you heard here. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.